Good evening, welcome to Thursday's Midlands Today from the BBC. Tonight, is it the end of the road for speed cameras?
Well, at the moment, there are 304 fixed speed cameras in place across Birmingham, Coventry and the Black Country. They face being switched off from April to save money. It's happening because the government has slashed council road safety budgets by 50%, meaning they can't afford the £1.9 million a year it costs to run them. Police say they're concerned and road safety groups claim it could lead to a big rise in deaths on our roads. Bob Hockenhull reports.
They're meant to reduce road casualties. Now they themselves are a casualty of the spending cuts. All of the speed cameras in the West Midlands could be turned off on April the 1st to save money. The police fear the worst.
I believe if safety cameras aren't operating, there will be an increase in speeding vehicles and probably an increase in collisions and casualties, unfortunately.
The 7 councils in the West Midlands are reducing the amount they pay for the cameras by more than £1 million. They say the police haven't cooperated with their efforts to try to reduce costs.
I think they've gone about it entirely wrong. There was a good partnership going with the police, the fire service and all of the councils in the West Midlands. They've now jeopardised that by standing alone, in my opinion.
But the police say that without council funding, they simply can't afford to keep the cameras on. The fear is drivers will be cheering from the rafters if the cameras do disappear. But most people we spoke to don't want them to go.
Speed cameras do save a lot of lives. So, no, I'm against that.
It's a bad thing, really. Speed cameras are there for a reason. So we should keep them.
It's a money-making scheme, don't you think?
Of the 304 fixed cameras in the West Midlands, only about 100 are in operational service. The rest are a deterrent. But how much of a deterrent will they be if none are operating? The police say they'll just have to rely on mobile speed cameras instead. Bob Hockenhull, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, our transport correspondent Peter Plisner joins us now from a street where there's at least one camera that could be switched off. So, Peter, they cost a lot of money, don't they? How likely is it then that all these cameras will actually be switched off?
Well, it is a definite possibility. There's obviously a bit of political posturing going on here. The councils obviously want more money out of the government for road safety, or they want the police to reduce the fee they charge for maintaining and enforcing these cameras. Now, if neither of those things happen, then obviously we are going to see cameras switched off. While some drivers will be happy about that, some are pretty concerned, amongst them Kevin Clinton from Rosper. Kevin, what are your worries?
Well, our worries are that if cameras really are switched off, then speeds will rise on our roads, the number of crashes will go up and the number of people killed and injured will rise.
But we've seen this happen in Oxfordshire. They switched off the cameras, Oxfordshire and Swindon, and there hasn't been a rise in accidents. Speeds have gone up, but accidents haven't. So is it really an issue?
It is definitely an issue. It's early days in Oxfordshire and Swindon have very few cameras, but all of the research shows that cameras are very effective at saving lives.
How effective, though?
Well, the major report said that they saved around 100 lives a year. Last year, the RAC published a report which suggested that if we didn't have any cameras, we'd have 800 more deaths and serious injuries on our road every year.
But the West Midlands Council say they can do it cheaper with other methods. Surely they could do what these cameras are doing as well?
Well, it's right to use a mix of methods. So cameras are not the only tool you use. All these electronic signs that we see about are very useful, but cameras are really important. They need to stay.
Kevin, many thanks. Well, ironically, these cameras could be switched off on April the 1st, April Fool's Day, but we're being told tonight that there are talks going on tomorrow between the council and the police. Let's hope that resolves the situation and that they don't have to take this drastic move of switching off the cameras.
OK, thanks very much indeed, Peter.